What's up? I'm your man Mo Morris, the One Man Army, and welcome to City Motivated. You know how when you were preparing to go after a goal, family, and you finally get to that moment and you say, man, I need a little bit more time, or I need to talk to such and such before I do this. And what we're talking about today on the show, what we're talking about is having the courage to take the shot, right? So then we're going to talk about preparing to take the shot. We're going to talk about taking the shot. And then we're talking about hitting the shot, right? So I'm your man Mo Morris, the One Man Army. And I want to say thank you for watching City Motivated. Peace. What up, Chicago? What's up? It's your man Mo Morris, the One Man Army. And I want to say thank you for watching City Motivated. You know, family, when it comes to life, you got to be willing to take the shot, right? You got to be willing to take the shot. You got to be willing to take the shot. But more importantly than taking the shot, you got to prepare yourself to take the shot. Then you got to put yourself in position to take the shot. And then you have to actually have the confidence to take the shot, right? So in life, we find ourselves in life, we find ourselves making goals, making promises to ourselves that we're going to do certain things, right? So what we're saying is, and what we're doing is, we're saying, when we're saying that we're going to commit to doing something, what we're saying is, this is the shot that we're preparing to take, right? So when it comes to your life, what shot are you preparing to take? Right? You know, like if you're a young person, if you're in high school, you preparing to take your tests and pass your classes and get a good report card and go to the next grade, right? If you're in college, you're on the same thing. You're trying to take the steps, pass the class, study and prepare yourself to pass those classes, to pass those exams, to get those papers right. If you're working in the career world, you're putting yourself in a position to take the shot to possibly get promoted, to possibly get a new job. I got a good friend of mine. I consider him a brother. He is always looking for the next shot. He is always looking for the next job because he wants to do better. He's putting himself in a position to do better because he's constantly training. He's constantly keeping up with the industry he's working in, and he's constantly trying to improve himself. Well, he has a different type of motivation. He has children, he has a wife. So he's constantly trying to increase his income and increase his ability to earn more so he can take care of his family, so he can put his family in the best position. So he understands the shot that he wants to take. He wants to be the best provider. He wants to be the best father. He wants to be the best husband he could be. So he has to continue to put himself in positions to take that shot, to improve himself in those areas. And what he's doing is he's putting himself in position to take the shot, to attempt the shot. And then by doing that, he's putting himself in position to hit the shot, which is what we have to do each and every day, brothers and sisters. We're saying that we want to achieve certain goals in our life, right? And the only way you're going to achieve those goals is first understanding that they're your goals, owning them, and then preparing to achieve those goals. You got to understand what you're trying to do. You got to understand what it's going to take for you to get there, to get that done. And then you got to begin to prepare to take the shot. And so then you're preparing to take the shot, right? So what does that mean? That means you got to be consistent. That means you got to put a plan together where you are working each and every day to be prepared to take this shot. That's what it is. It's each and every day preparing yourself to take the shot. The shot that you say that you want to take, the shot that you say you want to hit, right? This is the shot you say you want to hit. So you have to prepare yourself to hit that shot. So what does that look like? Well, hey, first of all, we got to have planning. We got to plan. We got to prepare ourselves, right? We got to understand what we're looking to do, where we're looking to go. Once we understand that, then we got to work each and every day to make it there. And we got to understand what we're doing, and we got to understand why we're doing it. And we got to get ourselves in position each and every day to take the shot. And when we're putting ourselves in position each and every day to take the shot, what we're doing is we're building the confidence to hit the shot, because that's what it's about in life. You're preparing to take a shot, man, right? And the more you prepare to take the shot, the more confidence you got to hit the shot, right? That's what we're doing each and every day. We're working to put ourselves in position to hit the shot. We're putting ourselves in position to build the confidence to take the shot. And we're putting ourselves in position every day that when the opportunity comes to take that shot, we're going to have the confidence to hit that shot. And where does confidence come from? Confidence comes from doing something over and over again well. Didn't say the first time you do it well, but attempting to do something over and over again and getting it right. The more you get it right, the more you work on it, the more confident you are. And that's the bottom line. The more and more you work at it, the more and more you apply yourself, the more and more you're going to get closer to success. You get closer to success, the more you work at it. That's what we got to realize here. If we're talking about attempting to take a shot, if we're talking about putting ourselves in position to take the shot and then having the confidence to hit the shot, we got to take steps to prepare us for each one of those stages. So then the question is, what steps do you need to take? And then if we're understanding the steps that we need to take, then we're understanding the position that we need to put ourselves in to take the shot, to build the confidence to hit the shot. You know, brothers and sisters, nobody's going to take the shot for us. We have to put ourselves in position to be a shot taker. And just because you want to take the shot, just because you put yourself in position to take the shot, and just because you got the confidence to hit the shot, doesn't mean you're going to always hit the shot. But the more you prepare, the more confidence you build, the more confident you're going to be in taking the shot. The more shots you take, the better you get at taking the shot. But you got to be taking the shot. You got to keep working. You got to keep putting yourself in position to take shots. And you got to put yourself in position to hit shots. You got to put yourself in position to hit these shots that you say you want to take. And then you got to prepare to take the shot. That's each and every day. And that's, and then you got to organize yourself. You know, the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, he has a belief, no days off. No days off. That man has more Super Bowl championships than anybody that's ever coached the game. And he says no days off. Now, I'm not saying to you guys that we doing no days off. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it takes planning and organization to put yourself in position to not only prepare for the shot, but to have the confidence to hit the shot. And the only way you're going to gain the confidence to hit the shot is to prepare to hit the shot. It all goes together. You can't have one without the other. So now, where does courage come from? We talk about confidence. Let's talk about courage. The courage to be the one that's willing to take the shot. And in this situation, we should all be able to stand up and feel confident and proud because you're taking the shot for yourself. You're the person that you're taking the shot for. So your courage needs to come from the fact that you're doing it for yourself and you want the best for yourself, or you're doing it for your family, or you're doing it. You got to understand your motivation, and in your motivation in your preparation, then comes the courage to take the shot. You're brave enough to take the shot. You're prepared enough to take the shot because you done put yourself in position to take the shot because you know you're prepared to take the shot because you've been preparing. And you know it because you're there each and every day. And once we understand that, then we can do something. Then we can do something. We can do more than just prepare. We can do more than just put ourselves in position. We can then have the confidence and then have the courage to take the shot. And then you get down to that last piece, the belief. The belief that you're going to hit the shot. There is no point in taking the shot if you don't believe you're going to hit the shot. And if you don't believe you're going to hit the shot, what you're doing is you're cheating yourself because you didn't prepare to take the shot. You didn't been consistent in your preparation. And in that, you've built the confidence to take the shot. And not only have you built the confidence to take the shot, you've built the courage to take the shot. Now you must have the belief to take the shot. And it all works hand in hand. The more you work on something, the more you work on pursuing your goals, the more you work on achieving your goals, the more you work on believing in yourself and building yourself up, the more confidence you will have, the more courage you will have, then that will lead to more belief that you can hit the shot. It all works together. It's the preparation to take that shot, right? It's the confidence to take that shot, to put yourself in position to take that shot. It takes the courage to take the shot, and it takes the belief that you know you're gonna hit the shot. And the more you prepare yourself to take the shot, the more confidence and courage and belief you're gonna have in getting yourself in position, raising up to take it, having the confidence to take the shot, having the courage to take the shot, and having the belief that you're gonna hit the shot. And all those factors line up with each other the more you prepare to hit the shot. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing, brothers and sisters. We are preparing to hit the shot based on our preparation, based on our confidence, based on our courage, and based on our belief. We are preparing to hit the shot. So today, brothers and sisters, what I want to encourage you to put yourself in position to take the shot, to have the confidence to believe you can take the shot, have the courage to believe that you can take the shot, and having the belief that you're gonna hit the shot. And when we put all those factors together, brothers and sisters, what we're gonna be in the end is more than just a shot taker, but we're gonna be the one that hits the shot. Peace. I'm your man, Mo Boys, the One Man Army, and I want to say thank you for looking at City Motivated. Peace. What up, Chicago? If proof is in the pudding, what was Bill Cosby's problem? Instead of criticizing, he should have been helping black folks solve their problems. If hip hop is dead, did BET help plan the assassination? And if the ancient Egyptian skin tone is like that of my own, does that mean I own the pyramids? We need to teach that to our kids. Question, are public schools really good for our kids? Because even the teachers criticize the process and it seems more like a mess than a path to success, but no need to stress because the medicine doesn't work. Everything that works comes from a prescription, and it seems like the mission of the pharmaceutical companies was to gain millions by prescription. Is there a doctor in the house? The Bible says you've done the wise thing when you found a spouse, but is that really true? Because King Solomon had more than 300 wives, and that's really true. I apologize making you feel blue. They say the truth will make you feel blue, so don't kill the neighborhood paper boy. In the neighborhood, why is the dope boy the inspiration? Maybe because education doesn't address short-term ills. Rims shine and fast money helps pay overdue bills. So I guess money and crime does inspire. If you don't believe me, you should watch The Wire. That TV show was like New Jack City on crack. Black males killing each other and selling crack, making the world think black and crack go together like Jill and Jack. But we all know we not living in a children's story, because these bills, they not make-believe, and you best believe if ComEd don't get paid, you gonna have to find some candles, you better believe. How in the world did George W. Bush get the people to believe? Talking about a one-night stand, and all I can do is try to overcome the drama. And brothers, stop focusing on the baby mama drama and focus on being a father. Call your shorty every day, do that as a starter, because we got to work harder if we want to see our dreams fulfilled, because we all want to live full as we pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. At times, a biased media make you want to snap. See, I want to be heard. That's why I picked up this paper and pen vocation, because there was no need for waiting for the next person to say what it is I had to say. See, today was the time for a conversation between you and me. So thank you for lending me your ear. Peace. It's your man Mo Morris, the one-man army. What up, Chicago?
We're not to approve of your methods.
Yeah? Well, you're not from Chicago.